Number 10. Pentak Island Prison, Russia. Going to prison in Russia is something you wouldn't want to experience in your whole life. Pentak Island, also nicknamed Russia's Alcatraz, is a maximum security detention center housing some of Russia's most dangerous criminals. The nickname is due in part to the fact it is located on an island in Lake Novozero. Prisoners spend 20 plus hours a day in solitary confinement. Adding on to this isolation is the fact that only 2 days out of the whole year you would be granted visitors, and many criminals who do time here often end up developing mental illnesses. Number 9. Rikers Island Prison, New York. This prison has a violent history and holds around 12,000 inmates before going to the state penitentiary. Criminals here have experienced some of the worst treatment, from guards, including murder, rapes, and assaults, and on top of that, they have to deal with the gang system of the prisoners. Even the guards here were scarred for life after witnessing how the prisoners were treated, and although there are reforms going on in this prison, it's safe to say that you would not want to pass through here in your lifetime. Number 8. San Juan de Lurigancho, Peru. Considered one of the toughest prisons in South America, it was originally built to house only 2,500 inmates, but now has 7,000 prisoners within those gates and walls. Prison guards don't enforce rules as much as they should, which has created a degree of freedom in which prisoners can do things such as sell items within the prison, such as electronics and even drugs. Visiting prostitutes are also a common sight. This may not sound that bad, but this freedom has created an easy opportunity for violence. Prisoners are not segregated, unlike US prisons, and can go around the prison committing acts of violence, including murder, without worry from the guards interfering until the job is done. Number 7. La Santa Prison, France. La Santa, meaning health, is not the right word to name this place after, as prisoners' not only physical, but also mental health can easily be damaged. Overcrowding is a common problem of prisons in this list, and is evident here. Conditions are terrible as they have to share their cells not only with other prisoners, but with the likes of rats and lice. Prisoners will only leave their disgusting cells 4 hours a day. This prison in particular is famous for its suicide. The prison has even seen 124 prisoners commit suicide within 1 year during 1999, and 122 in 2002. This all out of desperation to find the only way out of this fortress built like a prison. Number 6. Diyarbakir Prison, Turkey. This prison is said to have the greatest number of human rights violations per prisoner, and according to the Times, it is part of the 10 most notorious jails in the world. The conditions in this prison have been abysmal, and has had a great number of occasions in which there have been events to have had a toll in prisoners' mental and physical health. While staying here, prisoners can expect to be tortured and treated terribly by guards who keep them in there. One story told by a former prisoner described how he was punished by being made to open the lid of the sewage and put a handful of excrement in his mouth, and was not allowed to spit it out. He eventually couldn't take the disgusting taste and feeling in his mouth, so he decided to pull out all his teeth with a rope he found in his cell. Yeah, not a pleasant place to be. Number 5. Bang Kwang Prison, Thailand. Otherwise known as Bangkok Hilton, located a few miles from the capital, the prison is especially known for its stories of torture. During the first couple months of stay here, prisoners are made to wear leg irons, and in some cases they are actually permanently welded on. It is known to be the most brutal prison in Thailand, and houses many prisoners of other nationalities, as well as death row prisoners. These prisoners are fed only one bowl of rice with vegetables to eat and survive on once a day. If you have money, you are able to buy more food from the canteen or some other items. It probably goes without saying that many here suffer from malnutrition and diseases that should be preventable, but just isn't. There is also in fact no running water, and it is incredibly overcrowded. Number 4. Goldani Prison, Georgia. Located in Georgia, the country, not the state, is a former USSR state and had been on the news recently due to horrific footage leaked online showing the torture and rapes of inmates from guards. Prisoners were being sodomized by guards using nightsticks and even broom handles. Conditions have improved at this position due to worldwide attention, and if it makes you feel better, these guards on the video footage have been convicted, but it's unlikely all the guards who still work there are innocent, so it's probably best to stay out of this one. Number 3. Gitarama Central Prison, Rwanda. This prison has a capacity of less than 500, yet there are around 6,000 prisoners. It is so overcrowded that people have to stand upright most of the time, and that leads to their feet rotting. There's even such an insufficient amount of food that it forces prisoners to eat each other in such a desperate act to survive. This prison mainly holds prisoners who have committed genocide or crimes relating to it. You would not want to be sent here to this prison described as hell on earth. Number 2. Tadmor Military Prison, Syria. This prison is described as the most oppressive prison on earth by Amnesty International. In 1980, President Hafez al-Assad ordered the execution of all the prisoners as revenge on the Muslim Brotherhood, who had attempted to assassinate him. It lasted 2 weeks and killed up to 2,400 inmates. The guards here are infamous for their inhumane behavior towards prisoners, and have been reported to cut them with their axes and drag them around with rope until they die, or simply just beating them with metal pipes. Number 1. Carandiru Penitentiary, Brazil. During the prison's peak, it was South America's largest prison, containing more than 8,000 prisoners. The prison is most known for the 1992 massacre. It started due to inmate revolt, and the police made barely any attempts to negotiate with the prisoners. 111 prisoners died as a result on that day, 102 of which were resulted by police. Even prisoners hiding in their cells or surrendering were shot and killed. It is considered the worst civil rights violations in the history of Brazil. The operation's commanding officer was put to justice and sentenced to prison for 632 years. He was lucky enough to avoid this by assassination in 2006, as he probably wouldn't have had the warmest of welcomes. Over the course of the prison's 46-year history, it had 1,300 deaths to its name. It was closed down in 2002 because the Brazilian government could not answer for the human rights violations. It's probably for the best. Thanks for watching the video, and if I missed out anything, be sure to comment it down below. Subscribe for more Rewhite.